My blood is almost gone. All around me are sirens, screams, and Valerie's voice on the other end of the phone.
Help me. Valerie, please save my child.
I'm sorry, Kiera. Declan is busy with my birthday party. He really can't deal with you right now. The call ended, just like my life, about to end too. I am Kiera Blackwood. My whole life was a joke. I gave everything to love a man, only to be pushed into hell by him and his so-called just-step-sister. If I could get another chance, I didn't think I'd love him anymore. I open my eyes again to find myself sitting at a vanity. In the mirror, I am young, vibrant, without a single scar. Madam, are you really wearing that pink dress to the auction tonight? Mr. Walsh, he might not be pleased. It's tonight. I've been reborn. Back to the eve of the charity auction that changed everything 3 years ago. No. I'll wear the beige custom gown, paired with my grandmother's emerald necklace. My phone rings. The name on the screen is Declan, flashing again and again.
Who told you to wear that emerald necklace? I promised Valerie she could wear it. Where are you? Get back here immediately.
I listened to his commanding roar, but I just find it ridiculous. This necklace was a wedding gift from my grandmother. Since when does an outsider get to decide? Or has the Walsh family become so poor that you need your wife's dowry to put on a show? Declan, are you a CEO or not?
You crazy woman!
He hung up furiously. And I took my car keys and walked towards my red sports car. Tonight, everyone who owed me would pay the price. I walked into the auction venue, wearing that custom beige gown. I could feel everyone's eyes pinned on me. After I entered, I heard voices from behind that I least wanted to hear. One was my husband, Declan, and the other was his date, Valerie.
Kiera, who said you could come? Valerie is my date. Don't make a fool of yourself here.
Kiera, are you angry because Declan brought me? Perhaps I should just leave.
Don't leave! Valerie, you're my guest, and no one can make you leave. Kiera, apologize to her now! On your knees!
What did you say? You want me, your wife, to kneel to your adopted sister? Declan, since we married, have you ever treated me like a wife? She calls, and you're there. And now, you want to put my necklace on her neck? If she wants my place in the future, are you going to make me give that up too? What a coincidence. I don't want the position of being your wife anymore either. Let's get a divorce.
This is too much. What kind of husband parades his adopted sister around and makes his wife kneel?
Exactly. I bet there's more to this sibling relationship.
Shut up! What do you know? She's crazy. She's mentally ill. Guards, drag her out!
He was trying that excuse again.
Stop!
But this time, I wouldn't let him succeed. An authoritative voice interrupted the farce. The Howard family butler, Benjamin Thorpe, cut through the crowd and walked straight towards me.
Mrs. Walsh, our madam likes the emerald necklace you donated very much. She is willing to offer 10 times the price and invites you in for a private chat.
I looked at the color draining from Declan's and Valerie's faces and smiled. I followed the butler into the private chamber of the Howard family. It's completely different from the hall outside, the air filled with the calm scent of old aristocracy.
Miss Blackwood, please sit. I've been looking for this for many years. I never imagined it would end up with you.
The head of the Howard family, Renee Howard, a dignified and gentle old lady. But the man sitting beside her, I couldn't ignore him. Christian Howard, the CEO of Howard Group. He was just sitting there casually in a crisp suit, yet exuded an undeniable sense of control.
Your Holden Group's new project started late, but has a technical advantage. You are a trustworthy leader.
He was actually speaking up for me. Had he investigated me beforehand? Mrs. Howard, I am not representing the Walsh family. I'm here for my own family, the Holdens, to fight for a chance to cooperate. I took out the project proposal. In my last life, it benefited Declan. In this life, I'll use it to revive my family. Walking out of the chamber, my mood was finally lifting. But just as Christian was helping me with my tangled necklace, a voice broke the silence.
What do you two think you are doing? Kiera! You slut! You're already seducing men before we're even divorced?
I looked at his face, twisted with rage, and Valerie's gloating expression beside him, and I just felt sick.
So, you're that bastard husband of hers?
Who are you? Give her back. No one dares meddle in my family affairs.
Is that so? What a coincidence. I happen to dare. My name is Howard. Christian Howard. She is my guest tonight.
Mr. Howard? I'm sorry. I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Howard. I had no idea it was you. Please forgive my rudeness just now. Don't take it to heart.
I almost laughed out loud watching Declan's groveling, servile expression. Christian Howard. This man just showed me the shortcut to my revenge. I walked out of the chamber towards my car. Declan stormed over, burning with rage.
Kiera! What did you say to Mrs. Howard? You never even thought about securing the investment for me.
Secure it for you? Declan, we're getting a divorce. Why would I do anything for you anymore? My words enraged him completely. He suddenly reached out and clamped his hand around my chin with brutal force.
Divorce? Dream on. You're mine.
The pain jolted me awake. I pulled the pepper spray from my bag and sprayed it straight into his face. Then, with all my strength, I kicked him hard in his crotch. He screamed and collapsed, curled up on the ground.
Are you all right?
It was Christian Howard. He hadn't left yet. He just made sure I was okay, then stepped aside and watched me drive away. Later, I went to the hospital myself. Not to see Declan. There, Declan had just received a devastating diagnosis.
You've injured your vital area. You must abstain for 6 months. Any sexual activity could lead to permanent infertility.
What? No! This is impossible!
Valerie reached into his pocket for his card, but her fingers poked right into his wound.
Ah! You idiot!
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. She took the card and rushed out without looking back. 3 hours later, Declan's account was charged $30 million. One auction item. That's Valerie's so-called love for him. I turned off my phone, a cold smile on my lips. Declan, you betrayed me for a woman like this. Now, this is your karma. Coming out of the hospital, it was raining again. The scene replayed in my mind. I returned home soaked, dizzy with fever. As soon as I sat down, Kaylin came in with a tray and slammed the glass onto my vanity. Milk splashed everywhere.
Next time come back earlier. You may not need sleep, but I do. Kaylin! Madam has a raging fever and you bring her cold milk?
So what if it's cold? Does she still think she's the noble Miss Blackwood? Married for a year, and Mr. Walsh never even touched her. I slowly stood up and stared into her eyes. She took an involuntary step back. You're fired. Right now. Get out of my house.
You have no right! I'll tell Madam!
Lily. Everyone sent by the Walsh family. Dismiss them all. Tonight. I dragged myself to the gate, watching those servants being driven out. Then, I threw all of Declan's things out. Suits, shoes, golf clubs. Not a single piece remained. From today on, this house will have no trace of the Walsh family. Just then, the villa opposite, always dark, suddenly lit up. A black car pulled in. The window rolled down. It was Christian. Christian glanced at the mess on the ground, then looked at me, A corner of his mouth seemed to twitch up. He picked up his phone.
From tonight on, no one is allowed near her house, especially anyone from the Walsh family.
When did he move in? Was he here by coincidence, or...
I dreamt of my past life again. Myself lying in a pool of blood.
While Declan and Valerie tumbled on my bed, I woke up drenched in sweat. Rage burned through my entire body like fire. Just before dawn, noise erupted at the gate. Declan was outside in a wheelchair with a group of men.
I am the man of this house! Who dares to stop me?
No one enters without Miss Blackwood's permission.
Kiera! Get out here! You threw out all my people! Have you gone mad?
I pushed open the door. He instantly saw the luggage at the gate, and his face twisted. All your things are here. The divorce agreement, too. Sign it, and you can leave.
Divorce? Don't even think about it.
Kiera, let me tell you, even if I die, I'll drag you to hell with me!
His curse was like a vicious lock, trying to trap me forever. But just then, a lazy male voice drifted from across the street.
What's all this noise so early in the morning?
His look was casual, but as cold as ice.
See this gentleman out.
With his single command, several black-suited bodyguards stepped forward, lifted Declan, wheelchair and all, and threw him out of the villa compound. I laughed out loud at the ridiculous scene. This man always appeared when I was in trouble. But for how long can I lean on him? I invited Christian for breakfast, a small thanks for helping me chase Declan away. Walking through the rose garden, he suddenly stopped.
These roses, did you plant them?
No, my parents. I loved roses as a child, so they filled the whole garden with them. After saying that, I froze. Dad pushing the swing, Mom watering nearby.
What's wrong?
Those images stabbed into my heart like knives.
They're gone. All because of Declan. Before I could finish, tears fell. Then everything went black, and I collapsed into Christian's arms. So warm.
When I woke up, I was already in my bed. An unfamiliar man stood beside it.
This is my physician, Rocco. Let him examine you. You're not sick. You've been poisoned. A slow-acting toxin. At least 6 months. What?
Rocco picked up the half glass of milk on my vanity and sniffed it.
The poison was in this milk. Whoever brought this to you, every night is the one who wants you dead.
Kaylin. Sent by the Walsh family.
Rocco, cure her. Whatever it takes.
After seeing Rocco off, I returned to the living room. Christian was on the sofa, flipping through a perfume magazine.
Kylie Dory, the world's most mysterious perfumer. Her works are priceless, yet she never appears in public. If you had her perfume, you wouldn't need my family's investment.
He looked up, those deep, unfathomable eyes staring straight at me. His words were like a hand, peeling away my last layer of disguise. The way he looked at me felt like he already saw right through me. I don't know any Kylie. Mr. Howard, breakfast is over. He didn't press further. He just smiled, a smile that sent chills down my spine. This man is too dangerous. After seeing him off, I locked all my perfume bottles in the deepest drawer. Then I grabbed my phone. I need real allies. I video called my Aunt Mabel. She runs Holden Group now, and is the person I trust most in this world.
Aunt! I secured the Howard family investment for our family!
One more thing. I'm divorcing Declan.
Divorce? You have my full support. There's something I never told you. He colluded with William to steal our new project's core technology. Your marriage was a scam from the very beginning.
My hand holding the phone trembled. Declan, William, my husband and my uncle. Together, they pushed my family to the edge of the cliff. I need evidence. I'm going to make them spit out everything they swallowed with interest. After I hung up the phone, I called the bank again to cancel the supplementary credit card and freeze all linked accounts. It happened to be the end of the month that day. Every first of the month, Declan came back begging for money. I couldn't wait to see his face tomorrow. Just as I hung up, ear-splitting curses erupted at the gate. My elegant mother-in-law, with her precious adopted daughter, had come to wage war.
Kiera! You ill-bred bitch! Get out here!
I walked to the gate. Samira had her chubby arms stuck in the gate, trying to scratch my face. I threw a copy of the divorce agreement straight at her face.
Divorce? You're insane! Make my son return your 100 million dowry? Dream on!
Won't return it? Fine, I have the Holden Group's legal department. We'll settle this debt. Slowly. Her heavily made-up face twisted with rage. The pieces of my revenge are falling into place. One by one. Declan, William, the entire Walsh family. Not one of them will escape.
Mom, calm down. That 100 million was willingly brought into our family. Don't think about taking it back. Our family gave you a wedding gift too. This jade bracelet is a family heirloom.
Family heirloom? A bracelet worth less than 200,000 for my 100 million dowry? Since it's such a precious heirloom, I don't dare wear it. I'll sell it to you. 100 million. When will you transfer? Seeing Valerie's flushed face made my mood much better. Just then, the property management arrived.
Miss Blackwood, how should we handle this?
Find a way to get this lady's arm out. This iron gate was custom made by a famous craftsman. It's worth 5 million. If it's damaged, you can't afford to compensate.
You...
Samira's expression turned utterly sour. She cares most about her image and wouldn't dare make a scene in front of outsiders.
Valeria, call your brother! Get him over here! Let's see how long she can keep this up.
Call Declan? Perfect. I'm just worried he won't sign. Tell him to bring his lawyer. The divorce agreement is only missing his name. Samira's face instantly went pale. She finally realized I wasn't throwing a tantrum. I really don't want her son anymore.
Not long after Samira left, my phone blew up. Declan called over a dozen times. I didn't answer. Finally, Bryce sent a message. Mr. Walsh requests your presence at the Howard family yacht party tonight.
He wants to talk in person. Talk? Fine. A perfect chance for everyone to see how I dump you. I appeared at the dock in the dress Christian gave me. Declan, in his wheelchair, saw me step out of Christian's car. His face twisted instantly.
Kiera! You really are with him!
Mr. Walsh, with a leg like that, you should be resting at home.
Suppressed laughter rippled around us. Declan's face flushed crimson.
On the deck, after a few more drinks, Declan completely lost control. He grabbed my wrist and roared in front of the entire crowd.
Kneel and beg me! As long as you kneel and beg me in public, I'll consent to the divorce!
The entire deck fell silent in an instant. Everyone was watching me, waiting to see how I'd end this.
You're not even worthy of me doing that, you cheating scumbag, and your affair partner is even your stepsister.
Kiera! Stop slandering me! You're just someone I've used up! Look closely, everyone! This woman is my castod! Whoever picks her up will regret it!
Before his words even landed, a large hand seized his throat and lifted him from the wheelchair.
Who are you calling cast-off?
Cough! Mr. Howard!
Christian's eyes were terrifyingly red.
I'm the leftover! Please! Let me go!
Declan! Mr. Howard! This is against the law!
Christian smiled. He turned to the crowd of rich earths, speaking casually.
Did I break the law?
No! Mr. Howard was just teaching him a lesson!
You guys do me a favor. Teach her a lesson.
As they were given permission, they started tearing at Valerie's clothes.
Kiera! Please! Let us go!
Chris, let them go. Christian looked down at me, confusion in his eyes. I smiled at him. Let them stay together. A lifetime of tormenting each other. Death is too kind for them. I linked my arm with Christian's and walked away. Behind me were Valerie's sobs and Declan's curses. That night, I finally made them taste the pain of my past life. But this is only the beginning. The real revenge is yet to come. When the yacht docked, the rain had stopped. I stood on the deck, watching the two figures tied up beneath the distant lighthouse. Declan and Valerie, hanging in midair like two dead fish, swaying in the wind. A black Bentley stopped beneath the lighthouse. Leonard rushed out.
I'm here to collect them. Mr. Howard asked me to tell you. Discipline your son and daughter. Next time, he won't be so polite.
Leonard's face flushed red, then pale, but he dared not say a word. He just carried Declan into the car, then threw his jacket over the nearly naked Valerie. I followed them to the hospital. Not out of concern, but to see firsthand just how rotten this so-called elite family truly was. Samira dragged Valerie into an examination room. The door wasn't closed tightly. I stood in the hallway and heard everything clearly. Doctor, examine my daughter. Check if she's still a virgin.
Mom, what are you doing?
Shut up! You've been living with Declan for so long. Who knows what filth you've picked up outside? Mrs. Walsh, your daughter is still a virgin. She's perfectly healthy. What? How is that possible? When Samira stormed into Declan's room, the shock was still on her face. Declan, tell me the truth. You've been living with Valerie for so long. Why is she still a virgin? Is there something wrong with you?
Mom, what are you thinking?
Then why didn't you touch Kiera either? You're young and healthy. Why was there no intimacy?
I love Valerie. I didn't touch her because I respect her. I want to save her first time for our wedding night.
I stood outside the door, and when I heard those words, I almost laughed out loud. Respect? He respected Valerie, so he didn't touch her. And me? In his eyes, did I not even deserve to be respected? My phone buzzed. A recording from Valerie. She had actually recorded Declan's words and sent them to me.
Did you hear that, Kiera? He said he respects me. He's going to marry me. You'll always be the one who was discarded.
I turned off my phone. She wanted to provoke me, but she doesn't understand. This recording is exactly the evidence I need most. Back in my suite, I had just changed out of my wet clothes when Christian knocked on my door. He was shirtless. A shocking wound on his back was oozing blood.
Help me with the medicine.
How did you get hurt like that?
I was attacked when I returned yesterday. The wound reopened when I was beating him.
He was already injured yesterday. Yet he still lifted me from the ground. Still threw Decus into the sea. This wound, it's because of me.
It has nothing to do with you.
He said it had nothing to do with me. But his eyes said otherwise. The way he looked at me felt like he was carving me into his bones. I finished changing his bandage, my hand still trembling. He suddenly grabbed my wrist and pulled me into his arms.
Kiera, how do you plan to take responsibility for me?
Responsibility? His eyes were deeper than the night outside.
He asked me how I planned on taking responsibility. His eyes told me he wasn't joking.
Don't say you can compensate me with money. I just want one answer.
Mr. Howard, I have very high standards.
I tried to brush off the tension with a joke. But he only got more serious.
What if I say, I like you?
At that moment, my heart was beating faster than ever. But I couldn't fall. Mr. Howard, do you have a thing for married women? His face instantly went cold. He let go of me, turned, and walked out of the room, slamming the door thunderously. I breathed a sigh of relief, but also felt an indescribable sense of loss. To shake off my irritation, I started messaging Valerie.
Why did you send me that recording? Want me to congratulate you on your unbreakable love? Oh, and I forgot to tell you. Compared to Chris, Declan's performance in bed is awful.
I enjoyed the thrill of provoking her, but the next second, a deep male voice came from behind me.
Oh? You haven't tried. How would you know I'm better in bed than him?
I was so startled I nearly dropped my phone. Didn't he leave? He seemed prepared for my questioning, instead stepping closer and trapping me between him and the wall. Your secretary, Sandra, her eyes nearly drool when she looks at you. Do you just like keeping people who like you around?
I'm not interested in her.
His explanation was simple and direct, but my heart felt even more chaotic. Why should I care about his attitude towards other women? That night, I had a very long dream. In my dream, I returned to 15 years ago. On that luxury yacht, there was fire and gunfire everywhere. Terrorists had hijacked the ship, and I was on it. I saw a young boy. He was being pushed by a woman covered in blood.